All right, we're going to move on to our next section. We're done with graphing for now, so we're going to move on. And we're not going to have any more graphing this chapter. We've got basically 2 more subjects that we're going to cover, and then we'll take our test. And it's looking like that we are going to take our test after all the snow days are over on a week from last Monday, or a week from yesterday, if this is 2021. But if it's not, then of course it doesn't apply. But we should take our test in person, so that'll be nice. All right, arithmetic sequence is what we're going to work on. Okay, arithmetic sequence, we need to know what that is. Interpolation and extrapolation, we both need to know what all those things are, and so I'm going to kind of do all 3 at the same thing. Basically, and make sure you're taking notes on this. I'm going to be looking for this when we do our note grade, and that's why we're having an in-person test, so we can have the note grade during the in-person test. So this is inside data set, and this is before or after. Okay, so we're not going to make this super complicated. This is the kind of science or mathematics that they use when they are making recommendations involving COVID and other things. A lot of times when they decide to close schools, it is based on this kind of science, on predicting what's going on right now, basically, and predicting what's going to happen in the future based on the data. Okay, and so we're going to look at an arithmetic sequence, and we're going to use these 2 things with an arithmetic sequence. So I'm going to write the easiest arithmetic sequence that you know. Okay, we know this one. This is just normal counting. So I didn't write this number. We can use interpolation to guess or predict what this number is. And so it'd be a very educated guess. And so probably you can predict this number would be 5. So anytime you have missing a hole in your data set or something that you don't exactly know, we can use this to make our best guess or best prediction based on science or pattern. And mainly it's based on pattern. And so with this pattern, it'd be tough to come up with anything other than a 5. Okay? Extrapolation is if we would keep going. So we are going to have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So probably it's 8, 9, 10. So that would be basically predicting the future of what the person is going to do or what the data set is going to do. So the arithmetic sequence is going to have something called a common difference. So D is going to stand for common difference. And basically on our data set is what is happening. So in this case, to find our common difference, we are going to, and here's the formula. Okay, and this is something you're not used to. This basically means this would be A1, this would be A2, this would be A3, this would be A4. Basically, this means you take the second number in your sequence, and then you subtract the first number. So in this case, the common difference would be 2 minus 1, which equals 1. So basically what you're doing is adding 1 each time. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, and that's how we made that interpolation to predict that. We detected a common difference, makes a sequence and series of what the numbers are going to be. All right, so that's the basics. Make sure you pause this and get this all in your notes. And I'm going to be checking it probably the first day I see you. So if you're not watching your videos, then you're doing it wrong. That's a requirement. So make sure you're doing it. So we're going to kind of go over some examples, but we're going to do examples on your worksheet so we can go ahead and get your worksheet started. Okay? And so we're going to look at these things and look at them. So I'm going to look at number 1 on your worksheet. And since we have, roughly about 8 inches of snow out there, no one's going anywhere. So I don't have a printer either, which is okay to not have a printer because we can just write our stuff down and show our work on our page. So I'm going to do number 1. I'm going to get the information I need. And I'm going to read the directions out loud. Oops. That is not correct. There's a different problem. All right, the directions say determine if the sequence is arithmetic. If it is, find the common difference in the 3 terms in the sequence after the last one. Okay. So the first thing I want to actually do is I want to come up with the common difference. Okay, so the common difference is the second one minus the first one. Okay, so that's going to be a negative 10. So the common difference is negative 10. So now we need to see if that works for all of them. So you can just kind of do this with your calculator. 15 minus 10 is 5. 5 minus 10 is negative 5. Negative 5 minus 10 is negative 15. So the common difference works for every single one. So basically, 15 minus 10 is 5 minus 10 minus 10. Okay, that's the pattern. The pattern is either an addition or subtraction. Technically, it is it is either adding a negative or positive number. So we have a common difference. It is arithmetic because we have a common difference for every single one. And now we need to predict the next 3 terms. Well, that should be easy. We'll just start here at 15 minus 10. And so 15 minus 10, and if you need a calculator, that's fine. So I'm going to just write down my answers right here. 15 minus 10 is negative 25. Negative 25 minus 10 is going to be negative 35 and negative 45. And so we can kind of see that pattern there where we're just taking away 10 each time. Arithmetic is very natural because it's kind of like counting numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 2, 4, 6, 8, or 5, 10, 15, 20. Those are kind of the arithmetic sequences that we're working with. So that's 1. Don't make this hard. This is going to be 3. Okay, so again, I'm going to try to find the common difference. Well, let's go ahead and do 2 first. Let's do 2 first. We'll do 3 later because I'm going to run out of room. Let's do 2. Let's find the common difference of 2. Okay, again, to find the common difference, we're going to take that one, second one, and we're going to subtract the first one. Okay, remember when you subtract a minus, so the common difference is going to be 7. Okay, so we're going to be adding 7 each time. Let's see if it works. Negative 10 plus 7 is negative 3. Negative 3 plus 7 is 4. 4 plus 7 is 11. And now we can keep going. Okay, 11 plus 7, 18. 18 plus 7, 25. 25 plus 7, 32. Okay. Don't make this hard. You just got to remember how to find the common difference. 3. And turn the page. Let's try this again. Alrighty, let's see here. Common difference, let's get that done. Negative 6 minus a negative 14. That's going to be a positive 8. Alright, so let's see if that works. So negative 14 plus 8 is going to be 6. Okay. Negative 6 plus 8 is going to be a positive 2. Positive 2 plus 8 is going to be a 10. So I guess that doesn't follow the right pattern. That doesn't follow the right pattern at all. So this would be not arithmetic. Okay. So there's one more in the first set that is not arithmetic. So be careful. All right, moving on to the second set. You're going to need something for the second set. You're going to need this right here. No, you can't really see it. So write this down. This is the explicit formula. That's a sub n equals a sub 1 plus parentheses n minus 1 d. Okay, and that's the common difference. And that right there is the first term. And so I'm going to show you how to do this. And so you can just stop the video, finish 1 through 8, and then we'll move on to 9. And I'll show you how to do this. Okay, on number 9, I'm going to move this down. Let's see where I'm at right on number 9. We're going to kind of do the same thing, but this time we are going to extrapolate. Okay, because the only purpose in having a pattern is so we can predict what will happen next. So basically predicting the future. You'll need your calculator for sure, because the numbers sometimes get ridiculous. Okay, so explicit formula. I can put that back here, although I'm going to cover it up more than likely. It says determine the sequence is arithmetic. If it is, find the common difference, the 52nd term, and the explicit formula. I wish they put that in a different order, because you're going to have to find the 52nd term, you're going to have to find the explicit formula. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's determine what the common difference is. Negative 169 minus 31. Okay. And so that is going to give me what is that, 200? I think so. So the common difference is negative 200. Correct me if I'm wrong, that'd be great. All right, now we need to come up with the explicit formula. This is how we work that out. AN, and this is just kind of a notation, so don't worry about that. That's just kind of the question. A1, and then I'll show you how to use the AN in a second. Plus parentheses n minus 1 times negative 200. Okay, well that's ugly. Let's get rid of these parentheses. So we got 31 plus negative 200 n plus 200. Okay, now I'm going to combine like terms. So that means these guys, and normally how it's written, and I don't like how it's written, but I don't get to make that up. Normally how it's written is like this. AN equals 231 minus 200n. Okay, that's the explicit formula. Now that we have that, let's use it. Okay, we are trying to find the 52nd term, and this is how you would write that. A to the 52nd, because n is the number of terms. Remember, that's A1, that's A2. We don't want to write the whole sequence all the way out to 52, so we're going to use this formula to predict what 52 would be. And in this case, it's not just a prediction, it's 100% accurate. Because we don't have the variance of a natural data set, this is an actual sequence. And so that is what we're doing. All right, so 52. Okay, and I didn't actually check this because I know that this is a arithmetic sequence. You need to make sure it is. So you need to make sure that 31 minus 200 is 169. 169 minus 200 is going to be, I left out a number when I wrote my problem down, didn't I? It's supposed to be minus 369 and then minus 569. So make sure that that is correct. But it is on your worksheet. Okay, so now I just do this. Okay. 231 minus 200. And I'll replace that in with 52, so I'll replace this in with 52. And then this is all calculator. So to show your work, you just basically have to do this and put it in the calculator. All right, and if I put it in my calculator correctly, you would get A 52 equals negative 1,069. So for our purposes, we're just doing a series of numbers. In real life, of course, these numbers would mean something, and people could make decisions based off of that. Of course, sequences and series do get a lot more difficult than the arithmetic. So we're going to do this one today, and then tomorrow we're going to do a geometric. And so that will be exciting then. So we're going to just do, I'm going to help you with one more problem, and then I'll let you be on your own. Okay? So let's do that. Let's see if I have a room up here. All right, just ignore this. I don't want to waste paper. So we'll look at 10, and 10 is going to be a... Yeah, actually let's skip on down because it changes up what we do on 16. Let's look at 16. It's too ugly, can't handle it. It doesn't really change much. It changes just a little bit. So determine if the sequence is arithmetic. Great. If it is, find the common difference. So let's do 33, 13. And you'll probably figure out why I skipped 17. You got to do it. I can pick what I want. And so I'm going to pick what I want. So let's go ahead and find the common difference. So that should be easy. 13 minus 33. So that's going to equal negative 20. So that's what our common difference is negative 20. We can check it. 33 minus 20, 13. 13 minus 20, negative 7. Negative 7 minus 20, negative 27. You know, and you could keep going. Probably the next one would be negative 47, and the next one would be negative 67. I don't want to do that because I'm going to use the explicit formula to predict it. So then I've got to do this formula right here. Okay, and so AN is just 33 plus N minus 1 common difference. Okay, 33. This is basically where all your work is. Minus 20n plus 20. Combine like terms, 53 minus 20n. All right, and so now we got to do the last thing, which is just A. What did they want us to find this time? A29. A29, okay. That's great. So that means I just do 53 minus 20 times 29. And I put that in the little calculator here. And I'm going to get negative 527. All right, you should be able to do the rest. Okay. Make sure you get it done. And take a picture so you can get credit. Okay. Bye.